I got to do my damn show. Bye. 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 What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, everyone. So I'm going live on two platforms. I have my YouTube live and I have my Facebook live. Very important to me. I can't choose which one I want. I love you both, so I gotta take it to both ends. This is Balls Deep, episode 1, Sydney Green podcast. I'm finally getting around to doing this shit. Every now and then I've been procrastinating doing this for about 8 months now, and I finally got my shit together to do it. But I'm glad that y'all going to be the fucking this podcast is literally balls deep, right? We talk about all that shit, but at the same time, bitch, we do get deep into all kind of topics and stuff. So we have different segments that we're going to go into, and I'm so glad that all of you are here right now. Also, we got YouTube here. We're talking to both of y'all. Also, just know if you at this end, what's up? Hello, Marlon. At the end of this podcast or whatever, I can bring some of you guys on here to join me. If you have something important and vital to say, if you have a question for me, then we can actually bring you on here, right? We can bring you on the YouTube, on the Facebook, on the video with me. We can go into it. So let's get into one of the first thing I want to talk about, right? So I know it's old news. I understand all that shit. I definitely understand that ain't nobody really talking about fucking Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. I get all that, but that's something that I had an opinion on that I never really expressed, right? So I want to talk about that. So let me make a lord. I feel like Nicki Minaj, though she's gifted, though she's talented, I think she is. I think everything that Remy Ma said about that bitch was true. She has a petty, insecure energy about her, like she definitely does, bitch. I feel like she do be trying to stop people's bags. I feel like she do be saying little shit, be saying really her or me behind the scenes. Everybody not making this up. I mean, K. Michelle. Cardi, Remy, all of them already said that about her. I think it's absolutely true. I think she does put subliminals and shit. Like Vivica A. Fox said, she is she's extremely passive aggressive, right? And the thing about Cardi hitting somebody is, I mean, the God said, is anybody surprised by this bitch actually hitting somebody? Is anybody surprised? Cardi B has actually lived up to everything that she said. She said, I don't do the fucking beef, I'll pop you. She said, I don't go back and forth in songs. I'll hit you when I see you. She didn't. I'm confused what Cardi B did that. I don't want to say how the fuck y'all gonna be like, oh my God, Cardi, she raised her voice in public and she threw her shoe. She's really being everything she said, but we don't like it. We're uncomfortable with it because she should be a studio thug. And then the thing is, you can't please motherfucking black folks. On one hand, black folks mad because she acted like herself. Then on the other end, if she wouldn't have done that, they should have been called fake. So Cardi, my message to you is do whatever you want to do. And the thing is, they keep talking about she may lose her brand. She may lose her brand, things like that. But wasn't her brand built on being ratchet? Wasn't her brand built on popping bitches that she didn't like? Like, what the fuck is Bodak Yellow all about? Like, they knew who the fuck she was when she came onto the scene. She was that bitch from the Bronx that'll pop you if you do something she don't like. If she see you and you going ham or whatever. And then the thing about Nicki Minaj, think about Cardi. Nicki Minaj said something about her parenting skills, and people saying, "How the fuck do you know what Nicki Minaj said?" Is everything that she's ever said in her life about Cardi B been recorded for us to go and find? We don't know what the fuck the bitch said. I'm more prone to believe what Cardi B said. If you have Cardi B's version of the story, you have Nicki Minaj's version of the story. I'm more so prone to listen to fucking Cardi B. I feel like Nicki Minaj be lying all the goddamn time. I don't really believe her. She doesn't she doesn't seem like a nice person. She seems a bit insecure. She loves people to kiss her ass. I get it. I like a little ass kissing myself, so ain't nothing wrong with it, but that'd be thing. And then it was like kind of whack. I saw that J-Lo and some other celebrity unfollowed Cardi B because of that. It's like, I really hate that conditional shit, like that real conditional shit. Like, oh my God, that kind of show you a lot about them. Like, fuck you, J Lo. I don't know. Like, your ass has been in the media plenty of goddamn times with a terrible singing voice. You can't keep a marriage and shit. Ain't nobody unfollowing you because you have done something and been in the media and all that shit. And I think, you know what I'm saying? So just kind of like, well, bitch, fuck you. Like, I don't know. I don't like bitches like that. Like, now that she's acting the way she really is, we're going to stop following her. Well, follow my ass and put your lips on it and lick it down the crease over and over again is how I feel about shit. So, I mean, it may be old news. I see Cardi B still winning. Nicki Minaj on her Queen radio doing all that yelling this shit. It's cool. It's entertaining. But I'm like fucking Charlamagne the God. Where's all that energy? Where's all that energy when Cardi B was in your face? And then I'm also another thing I'll talk on that Charlamagne the God said. Charlamagne the God was like, if this was at the fucking hip hop awards, you would have been cool. You wouldn't have felt no kind of way about it. Like you wouldn't have gave a shit about it. Wouldn't have been as embarrassing, And so fucking white folks is doing coke and licking little boys' ass. Half of them goddamn people at this goddamn fashion week shit, they're loaded with shams and they're fucking young goats and shit behind them damn gowns. These motherfuckers are wearing chastity belts and shit at these goddamn things. They're no one to impress. And you still just so worried about that shit. But if you did it at Dennis Rodman's birthday party, you'd be cool. Anyway, my take on that is I feel like Team Cardi all the way. Do I think she should be slapping everybody? Do I think she needs some maturity eventually? Do I think she needs to kind of learn to process her emotions better versus slapping somebody? Absolutely. We can get to more the serious part of it. Just because somebody make you mad don't mean you should slap them. I understand that, Could it maybe make her lose some endorsement deals in the future? Maybe so. So in the moral of the story, Cardi, I think you definitely need to get some therapy, learn how to manage your emotions and all that shit and be good. And I do think she fell into a trap. I do think that Nicki will throw a stone and hide the fucking hand. That's what Nicki would do. And I don't really believe nothing Nicki be saying. Anyway, so that's that. So that's just the mess. I just want to get into the mess there a little bit. And I'm actually going to be very organized, right? This is my podcast. I'm only going to give 15 minutes to each segment. And so we only been talking about this for like 7 minutes or whatever. So so that's all I pretty much got for the damn mess. I don't know what else is going on. This one y'all can come in. What else is going on in the media that y'all want my opinion on? Y'all can definitely post it in the comments so that I can know what to talk about as far as that goes. Because bitch, I be in and out of that shit. Oh, another thing I'll discuss. We talk about mess. This may be old, but I do want to discuss it. So Tiffany Haddish versus Cat Williams. This is the deal. I don't find Tiffany Haddish funny. I don't think she's funny. I think Tiffany Haddish is entertaining, but not funny. It is a difference, okay, for me. Cat Williams was correct. I don't really remember any of her jokes. On the stand-up tour and did that. If you think about the greats, we think Bernie Mac, you talk about milk and cookies. We think about Martin Lawrence, you talking about glistening all over my body. That shit he did, You So Crazy, or Run Tell It, or whatever. With Cat Williams, I can talk about the goddamn tiger joke and people taking pictures and cheering him. Heart, you can do that. I actually feel like Cat Williams very accurate in what he said. She hasn't proven herself as a comedian. If that's the measuring stick, really, if to prove yourself as a comedian, you have to write a podcast. I mean, you have to write a stand-up show, stand on stage 2 hours, make a memorable joke, and hold the fucking audience. Well, Tiffany Haddish hadn't done that. So I don't know what the uproar was about. People can have opinions without being bitter. I don't think he came across bitter. I think he came across as just telling the truth. And just because somebody's winning and used to be poor and now they're rich and now they get booked, don't mean that what he said wasn't true. Money, that's great. He didn't say Tiffany Haddish is not remember a joke. That's true. And I really think girls did her role. I didn't laugh one time at One Thing Girl Trip, but I am not very easily amused. I'll just say that. I guess a lot of y'all think it's funny. A lot of social media influencers that are really doing big things, I don't necessarily think are funny. I'm happy for them. They give me inspiration that they can do that. But I don't personally think they're funny. And Tiffany Haddish is not a funny person to me. She's just someone that can read lines with conviction. And that's all I got. So that's that for that segment. I'm going to move on what happened between Mary J and Faith Evans, Rudy. Um, I know Harlan, ain't nothing happened was there. Like nothing, I know. Now, Rudy, I do not know I don't know what's going on with Mary J and Faith. I really don't know. So all right. So let's see. Okay, so I guess the next second random real nigga thought. So this is the part where I just kind of give y'all just updates on my personal life. So I'm going to Columbia. The ticket has been booked. My phone sex customer actually booked he gave me the money. I booked the ticket like I don't know, midnight or something like that last night to go back to Medellin, Colombia. I'll be there on the 23rd, which is this Sunday. I'll be getting there around midnight their time. And I'm, of course I'm going by myself again. It's really exciting. I mean, the last time I was in Colombia, I really felt alive. Last night I went Facebook Live and I kind of shared with y'all some things. I shared with y'all, I was mentally preparing myself to leave again. But I kind of went through like a 10-minute period of feeling lonely and really like feel like I needed like male attention. And I was like, I just think about men that I had that I missed and just really wanting to talk to a man that I cared about. So I texted all my dudes and I was like, oh, talk to me. And nobody really was available. I was like, damn. So I kind of had to self-soothe because it's like, it's always a little scary. I mean, I know I did it the first time. I know I went to Colombia alone the first time, but it's always a little bit of fear, not too much, but I was just like a little nervous and feeling vulnerable and feeling kind of alone. Like I had this dude that I was dealing with process actually. But make a long story short, I met an amazing man. After my orgy, y'all already know my best friend ran off with the dude I was orgy of 2018. After that, I had like a whole like, oh my God, I was crazy as hell for like, I took it kind of hard, you know what I'm saying? And I want the opposite of that nigga. And so what I did was what did I do? I just ended up manifesting an amazing man, did everything for me. I really saw what a man was like. I thought I was supposed to be treated. He baptized my car, detailed my car, bought me all kind of shit, beautiful restaurants. Like he just like loved me, just so much like love and support there. He ended up needing to go back to Amsterdam. And Kevin, he's black. He's a black Amsterdamian. And he ended up needing to go back to Amsterdam. Like the time schedule was really bad and all that. It just was we fell off speaking as much, but I maintained my alignment. Like I didn't go back into my old abandonment issues of thinking, oh my God, like the thinking, something's wrong with me, because my process with something like that would have been something wrong with me, he's leaving me, all of that. But I kept my shit together. I had confidence in our relationship. I had confidence in myself. And, I just didn't want to feel bad. I didn't want to feel depressed. I didn't want to make myself feel bad about something like that, and so I didn't. And so, we spoke, I was going to be coming, I was supposed to be coming to Miami on September the 1st. I didn't end up getting here till a week later. And basically, I don't know what happened. I don't know where he is. I think he's still in Amsterdam. I'm not sure what's going on with that. And the evolution piece with me is I have no regrets. Like, I don't regret any, because y'all know I'm a deep bitch. That's why the show is called Balls Deep. So, I don't just look at stuff in one way. I look at what I did, what I said, and also will look at how I felt vibrationally. Was I afraid of being left the whole relationship? No. Was I thinking he was going to leave? No. I actually was so secure within our whole thing. And so I have no regrets. I don't know what's going to happen between me and him. But, I have missed him. And I noticed that Florida doesn't exactly feel the same. I don't know. I have like an associative memory with places and situations. Like I remember when Dallas, I had this dude named Bruce and I was just like, oh my God. And, I thought I was in love. I don't know if I was in love or not, but I was crazy about this dude. And I had to leave and go to Louisiana. And I remember I just didn't want to come back to Dallas. Dallas didn't feel the same until years and years and years later, because I associated it with losing Bruce. So, and I think I have that. I don't know. But here it's not as severe, right? Because because this is the place that I manifested the best man I ever had in my life. It's also the place that I was the most secure in my relationship. This is, We weren't officially together, but I called him my boyfriend. This is somebody that like I really cared about. Like I'd never been treated like that before. And for us not to be talking as much anymore, um, I think about him. I think about him. I did not let myself broken. I just didn't want to feel heartbroken. And I've been taking a lot of control over my emotions, right? Like I've been taking like a lot of control over how I feel. I've really been giving a fuck about my life, you know what I'm saying? And about like negative emotion and things like that. And I have to just let it go because I've honestly done everything that I can do. That's what I do in relationships. Anybody that I'm dealing with, like I will give it my all. I will do everything that I feel is best. And so no matter what happens, clear conscience. So my conscience is clear when it comes down to that. But yeah, so I started missing him. I started like, wanting just male. Let me see something. Okay. So, oh shit. Oh no. Okay. So how is the connection here on Facebook? Is the connection clear? I see something that's clear. Is it clear or is it not clear? Is it blurry or is it like very clear? I hope it's clear. Hey, YouTube. I don't know why you're saying stop. Anyway, so I had a moment, and then like when you're getting ready to go out of the country, and I'm very in depth, like when it comes down to, come on, uh-oh, we're having connection problems. Darn. Is it back? And you're going out of the country by yourself, and when you, okay, okay. So when you're going out of the country, and it's like when you're doing it alone, you feel, I don't know. I'm excited, of course. Like, like I said last night, I have this desire to feel alive and to go. And so I'm excited about it, but it still is just a mental preparation you have to have. And I don't know when I'm coming back. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I definitely want to explore South America, going to Medellin, and I go to Peru. I want to go to Brazil, just all over that. I definitely want to go to Argentina. I want to go to Ecuador. There's so many places for me. And I don't know. Everything about my life, a lot of things have on lock. So I don't know where in the world literally, I don't know how long I'll go out here and see what the fuck happens. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And while that's exciting, it could be like a little like, yeah, that. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. So let's see, where are we? So I'm doing good with time. This is very much on. Let's see. So we're still in random real nigga thought section. Okay, so as far as everything else, let me think of everything else I can summarize you guys on. So of course, though I have not taken pictures yet, open the Miami office with Total Lip Service down here. I can't work this wonderful, great. We had the office. I can't be there every day. Like I'm so used to things that don't involve structure, that having an office, like me being there physically, I can't really. I prefer to work at coffee shops. I'm very productive at coffee shops and things like that. So that's that. Did I go on the Narcos? So I haven't been to Medellin yet. I'm going Sunday. You are kid free, so go for it. The world is meant to be explored. Absolutely. Thank y'all so much for that. As far as sex, okay, so I actually migrate to the next section. So that's kind of the real nigga thoughts. If you want more, subscribe to my reality show, in which of course is more in depth. Everything that I'm feeling, everything that I'm going through, and things like that. So the next part is going to be what I call loafer ass, right? The loafer ass segment is going to be all about sex. It's life, about my whole sex life, my whole life. I honestly feel I am very sexually inexperienced. Like it's a lot of a lot of things that I have not done. I've done some things, but there's a lot of things I have not done. It's a lot of things I have not experienced. Actually, when it comes down to sex, and I feel like in totality, my sex life has been pretty whack. Like my whole life. Like I can count on like I've had sex with I don't know how many dudes. I lost count. I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe 60, 70 people in my life. I don't know, maybe more. I don't think that's a big number. I'm just 28. Like I'm 28. Like it should be like 200 bitch and niggas I ain't fuck. But like I don't know. I'm making up something. I don't know my number. But I don't feel I think like only 5 of those sexual experiences are memorable. Like I don't know. Like I have to fix my vibe around sex. Like I have to fix my vibe around the type of sex that I expect, the type of sex I want to get some sex that I ain't never had before in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like that, or like that fucking shit. Like I have not had my fucking screw knocked loose like I want them to be consistently. Like I don't. With me, it's kind of like it's like a not a formula. It's like a every dude I encounter has to go through a different and unique criteria for me to want to fuck. Like I had this dude come over the other night. I thought I may have been interested in fucking him. He brought over pizza. It was cool. I played with his dick a little bit. It had a good smell. I sniffed his dick. The dick had a good smell. That was cool. I just wasn't wanting to go all the way. It's kind of like if we don't have that energy, it's almost like you kind of got to take it from me. Like I become a bit a teenager in some degree. Sometimes, like you got to kind of get it from me. Like if you want to fuck me, it goes back and forth. It depends on the dude, because some dudes, I want to be the aggressor. Like, it's like, okay, I'm just going to take out your dick, but let's just do this. Some dudes are like that. Then other dudes, like, you're going to have to just kind of like pull the skirt up and start eating some pussy. You're just going to have to do it. You're going to have to be in tune with me enough to know when it's okay and just eat my pussy. Eat my pussy, it makes me calm. I might fuck you. But then some dudes I may not. I don't know. It's just an energy thing. I can't really call it. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I've been craving like a situation. Hey, Rome, I remember you, celebrity. I remember you, Rome. I remember what I really want. I just want like a weekend or a week with a very wealthy man. This shit, and I know it. He's rich. He's wealthy. To fuck me a lot. He has time to fuck, and then like I can't get like 3, 4 rounds after that. Like I want me down, me do all that. I want to come home. I want to be ready to hop on his dick while he's driving back to the place. I want to be so sexually like and shit like that. Oh, Kidney's here. Like I want that. And then I want to go home. I want to have sex. And then I want to have sex for the first time. Normally with me, the first round don't be that good. Break me in. It's been a few dudes who like they put the dick in and the first time. You know, so most time you kind of gotta get me round number 2 or 3 and start feeling good. But then I wonder if it's just because my pussy sore. Is the dick good or is my pussy sore? Because like when the pussy is sore, but I wonder if it's because do you have skills, or is my pussy just tenderized because it's a little tender? I don't really know, you know. But I want like a well-skilled thing, and I want us to have sex at night, then wake up and do it again, and then do it again. Just kind of lay around, eat food, and do it again. Go up somewhere, go out somewhere, come back. I just want like us to be together consistently for a long time, for several days, so I can just keep getting the dick. That's the situation I want. Like, that's the good and bad thing about my lifestyle. The fact that I'm never really in one place long enough is that I got to get new dick supply, a new cock team everywhere I go. Like, I have to, I got my cock team situated in Atlanta. I got about 3-4 niggas I can call and bounce on their balls. I'm happy. But in Atlanta, I haven't really got my cock team back right. Wait, hold on. It's reconnecting on YouTube. Come on. And I want to end the broadcast. Fuck. Hello, YouTube. Why y'all not talking to me? Is there any way I could see? Come on, what's wrong with you? Okay, are we back? Okay, are we back? Is it good? Look at this. I'm looking at this on the thing. I'm looking at this on my computer. It's looking all blurry and shit. No, it's not. Look at this. I'm looking at this on the thing. Anyway, I don't know where I was in the conversation. I got thrown off of this raggedy ass Wi-Fi signal. But what am I talking about, y'all? Like, I want that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've been doing really good with my visualizations. Like, I just want a whole new level of sex. Like, I want to enjoy sex a lot more. Actually, the last time I had sex, like, I was a fucking roughneck. Like, I didn't really have time to be pussyfooting around. He was struggling with the stroke. He was struggling. He was trying hard. Telling me he had to go slow because my pussy was too good. Great. Yeah, I just had to be like, all right, motherfucker. All right, okay. All right. Okay. I just had to kind of get. I decided I had to fucking just take it. Like, I had to kind of like get on top of just like, I just had to kind of do it. Like, I don't know. Like, I just had to hop on top of it and just started making myself nut. Like, I really didn't have time for that. Like, I just had to like really get on top and make myself come because it was just taking too long. Anyway, so my sex life is it's in development. Like, my whole sex life is, I'm really ready for something different. I'm ready for something that's really I'm ready for some delirious dick. Okay. I've been getting some dick, it's been cool, but I want some delirious dick. All right. So, that's how I feel about that. Okay. So I'm actually gonna go to my Instagram page on my laptop, right? Because it was a question on there. Tierra Bates, wow. Tierra Bates, wow. I was just listening to that B2K song. We made that video to when we was kids. That damn song. You know. All right, so somebody asked me something on Instagram because that's the next segment. Real nigga shit. So real nigga shit is a segment where people can ask me for advice and shit. So I wonder if I can actually access that on here. Can I access my messages on the PC? I don't know if I can or not. Actually, I don't think I can. So that's just off. Okay, so basically, I think I remember the question. Basically, I posted something on my Instagram talking about brother husbands, how I really do want, my brother husbands and all that shit. And she was just saying how, she agrees with the fact that, having just one partner forever is unnatural and all that stuff. She wants to introduce it to her man. She don't know what he's gonna say. God damn! I wonder, I can't access on here. I guess I can't because I sure would like that. What I'm trying to do, y'all, is I'm on my laptop, right, and I'm trying to access my messages so I can read y'all what the question was. What somebody advice with. So basically, she wanted to know how to introduce the concept of having more than one man to a husband. I think that's what it was. Well, I am no expert on introducing husbands to anything. I've never been married. But what I can say about human beings is that a lot of times what I find in couples is that they both be thinking the same thing, and that somebody just waiting for the other person to say something. And that a lot of times by the time it finally comes out, you'll find out if somebody's real enough to say, well, shit, I was thinking the same thing. So I think that you should just kind of start off by watching some DP porn with them. Play that, you know, just kind of see how he feel about that, how he feels. Of course, we know poly's not all about sex, but still, kind of see what he say about that. You know, then, oh yes, I love brother husbands. I love the idea. Honestly, I would just, you know what? I wouldn't even really ask me. I would ask Kenya Stevens. I would ask Kenya Stevens and Rakim Saku. I'm no expert. I don't think qualified to answer that question. But what I would say is just start off by having a very transparent and loving conversation with him. Use a lot of reassurance. Tell him how much you love him. Tell him how much you just want to still be with him. Tell him how much you want to stay with him forever. Tell him how how you've been exploring this. Warm him up with a story about somebody that you know who's done that. Ask him how he would feel about maybe him having other girlfriends and having you or whatever, and then kind of lean yourself on into that and just work through it. But in all honesty, you need to hire Rakim and Kenya Saku, and Kenya Stevens and Rakim Saku you with that, because I ain't no goddamn expert. But I do know brother husbands is good shit, and I look forward to having it. I really do. So now, the last piece of this whole show is what I call speed wisdom. And y'all know I read a lot. I'm always reading something, right? I'm always reading something. And lately I've been looking at videos of Holton Buggs, one of the top income earners of network marketing. And he was saying that he was like, if he could give himself advice when he was younger, what would it be? And he said to believe bigger, faster. Like, I've been thinking about that. Like, I've been like reevaluating a lot of things, like, the limiting beliefs that I have, these caps and shit that I put on. And I've been thinking about, how they train fleas, right? Of course, if you think about the episode of A Different World, they put a flea in a jar, in a mason jar, put the lid on it. He hit his head over and over again. Then you could take the lid off and and he'll stay within the jar. He won't free himself. And I was be thinking about, like, what if I just start hollering and I make $1 million a minute? Because the way the subconscious mind works is whatever you keep telling it, whatever you keep saying, it always, always comes true. You just have to keep saying it. You have to tell yourself lies. You have to tell yourself lies that you don't believe at first. You have to do that. And then you just have to keep saying it and keep saying it and talk about it like you never talked about it before. That's how you make yourself believe. A thought is just a belief, is just a thought you keep thinking. So if I keep thinking and saying I make $1 million a minute, I make $1 million a month, I make $1 million a week, I make $1 million a day, that shit has to come to fruition. So for me, that's what I've been working on all day. I've been bouncing around the fucking house, hollering about how I make millions of dollars a minute. And I think that that's really the quantum leap, because we always talk about the quantum leap. I always talk about quantum leap. And sometimes the quantum leap can backfire because you're trying so hard to get from where you are to where you want to be so quickly that you can have some like vibrational whiplash. You can really end up discouraging yourself because you're not managing your expectations. But what is the quantum leap? You just got to start saying some outrageous shit that you have no fucking idea on earth how you're going to manifest, and keep saying that shit and understand and expect for yourself not to believe it. Expect for you to kind of remind yourself consciously to keep saying that shit. And then once you do that, then everything will start to just kind of shift. You'll start changing. And I have made the decision. I have to get even more obsessive with my subconscious mind training, with training my mind to be even more crazy, like ignoring reality. See, I know what number it says on this live, but I see about 1,257 people on this live. Thank you to all 1,257 people that's on this live. Thank you for the sponsors. Thank you for all of the money that I'm making off of this podcast. So I think that that's the speed wisdom for this particular live, is to believe bigger, faster, and then be obsessive and watch less TV. listen to less music and read less dumb shit on Instagram and actually pick up a book, listen to her personal development audios, and speak the things that you want them to be. So this is where I take questions. Does anybody have any questions, anything they want me to talk about? It could be about anything because we're about to wrap this up. Any questions for me? And I'll actually I'll give y'all a minute for questions. Any questions? Any questions? Anything y'all want me to talk about? Hold on, let me see. Okay, I just got something in my inbox. Okay, you're gonna be anonymous. Okay. Okay. Phone sex thing. If you want to be a phone sex operator, then you just join our group, TLS Divas, and you'll see all kind of people with testimonials and things like that. Because again, I'm going to Colombia with someone else's money, and it's so splendid. But anyway, I'm gonna let this. This is the end of my first podcast that I did. This is my first structured live. Normally, I just be like just going ham and just talk about random shit, but I structured it, and so I'm very proud of myself for that. So tune in next Thursday. Be sure that you submit. Oh, another thing that I want y'all to do, I'm gonna start something on Snapchat that I like to do called porn commentary. Send me your favorite porn videos. I'll tell you about it. With that being said, I love y'all so much. Talk to you later. Adios.